Hello friends, in the previous video we talked about inheritance and inheritance related concept. We also talked about method overriding. We also talked about the member variables. Now we will explore what is the usage of a final keyword. Final means no more modification. In Java, final keyword marks an item as non-changeable. The final keyword before variable makes it as a constant. So for example here, number of tires is 4 and this particular field, number of tire, is public and it is static and data type is integer. The final keyword marks this number of tires as a constant. That means outside the class we cannot change the content of number of tires. The final keyword before the class stops further inheritance. That means if we mark a class as final and it cannot be inherited by other person. Or in a framework, if you see a class as final, you can assume that it does not contain any subclass. Here for example, the final keyword states that complex number is the final class and there is no subclass for this complex number class. But because the final keyword ensures that complex number is the final class. It may be involved in inheritance. That means it may have base class, but it will not have any subclasses. That means it's the final class and no more inheritance tree beyond this complex number. Or simply there is no subclass for a complex number. So in a framework, if you see a class as final and you can decide that this class does not contain any subclass. The final keyword before a method stops overriding that particular method. So for example here we are marking a method print as final. So in our previous example you saw a class called CCar and we derived two subclasses. One is a Ford and one is a CBMW. If we marked this void print as final, then this method cannot be overridden in CBMW and Ford class. Alright, let us explore this in Eclipse. Here is our Eclipse. Here we are taking the example from our previous demo. That means this is the example we used in the override demo. Now what we will do, we will go to our CCar class, then we will place a constant here. So since this is final, we cannot change this. So for example, first let me cut down this final. And in the main entry, I can access that static number using CCar dot number of tires. So the initial value is 5. If I put 10 and saves this, Java doesn't complain. Now if I go and mark this as final, once I click save all, you can see an error popping out from that particular field. So it states that the final field CCar number of tires cannot be assigned. So if I double click it, it goes to that error statement. It cannot be changed, but we can still use it. So for example here, if we have a system.out.println, we can access this number of tires. That means we can read this. It's a constant we can read, but we cannot modify. Okay, let me take out this and we will go to our next test. So here public class, here I'm placing the keyword final. If you see, the C car is derived by Ford. So Ford extends a C car, BMW also extends a C car. Now if I place the keyword final here and ask for save all, we will get error messages. So it states that the type Ford cannot subclass the final class C car. The same error message displays for CBMW also. Right, so the other error we can ignore. So these are all a child of these two parent errors. So if we rectify these two errors, all this error will go away from this problem view. So for example, here I am going to C car and I am removing this final keyword. Once I click save, all error get washed off from this problem screen. So that means final stops further inheritance. Now we will go and place final keyword here. If I click save all, we will get error from the two derived class. Actually you can see that from here, one from Ford class and another one from a CBMW. Even I can double click and see the exact error message. It states that, okay, there are multiple marker it states, but we can read the error message here. Cannot override the final method from C car. So the message is coming from CBMW. That means it states that CBMW cannot override, the error is at here, cannot override print method from C car. So that's all here in this video demo. Thanks for watching. Bye.